Author note, chapter polishing. A few days later, Uraraka. 1 week later. It's been a week since the incident. None of us talked about what happened at the island. When we were discharged from the hospital, we were told to go home right away. UA gave us a couple of days to be quarantined, because of the chemicals used on us. So I haven't seen anybody since then. I hope they're doing fine. My injuries were healed except for the mark on my upper left thigh that Posey sucked the serum, which thankfully didn't do damage to my body. Today was our first day back. Felt like the first day of school. I study my reflection in the mirror. Taking a breath, I slide my uniform on with a smile. Buttoning my white shirt, wearing my gray and green jacket over, I carefully rubbed my wound. Placing my tights over, I stepped into my brown shoes. I place a clip on the side of my head, holding my side bangs back. I go into the kitchen and see that my mom has left me a note with a miso soup and a rice bowl prepared on the table. Bring a smile to my face. We're proud of you, Ochako. Me and your dad may not say it always, but we love you. We appreciate all the effort you're putting in to help us out. Take care and please be careful. Love, Mom. I eat up and headed to the train station. I made it to the front of the UA gates. I walked and thought to the spirit of someone stopping in front of me. I beamed and laughed. The front of his glasses fog up. Good morning, Uraraka. Lovely to see you again. Now let's speed it up, chop chop. He flexed his hands over and over again. I sarcastically rolled my eyes following his lead. Same old Tenya, Ida, I missed him. Nice to see you too, Ida. Happy to be back. We walk well. I walk at a pace. Ida speed walked and continued to sprint. I don't know how he does it sometimes. Thinking about it made my stomach tingle and I chuckled again. He stopped making a U-turn around. Ida glared down at his phone, hitting his hand on the top of his head, looking behind me at the passing students. What's wrong? You got all intense all of a sudden. It's already 8:15 on the dot. Where is he? He tapped his toes, impatient. My eyes spun to a certain brunette freckle boy, who was a breath from running. He caught his breath, hands on his knees. I took a later train. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Deku coated the back of his neck. Our eyes met, giving the same feeling again. My heart pounded like I was going to burst any second. I shyly glanced away as he lifted my face. Then, before I even had a chance to react, he brought me into his embrace. Close enough for me to smell the scent of his cologne. I tucked my head into his shoulder, resting it there for a second. Taking in few more moments. Then finally coming to my sense again. The hug ended as our foreheads touch. I never got to thank you. This time you didn't just save my life. You were willing to die. For me, but why? I asked, dumbfounded. Deep down I knew the answer. I just wanted to hear it from him. We still had our arms wrapped around each other. Story continues below, keeping eye contact on point. Because, Ochako, I can call you that, right? I mean, unless you don't want me to. Deku's face reddened, waved his arms up and down. Rambling as always, I found it cute. I giggled and touched his face with both my hands, just above his freckles. He's somewhat calm now as his eyes found mine. Of course, I'd love for you to call me by my name. You're fine. There is no need to get so intense. I pretend to hit his arm. After that he grabbed both my hands, finding my eyes again for comfort. Look, what I want to tell you is, we then hear the bell ring. Crap. I then noticed that Ida left as well. We better go, we don't want to hear it from Mr. Aizawa. We made a run for it. I find myself hesitant in grabbing his hand. Deku then slid his hand into mine. When we entered the classroom, everyone was looking at us, and I mean everyone. Midoriya, Uraraka, you guys are 5 minutes late. But then again, this is your first days back. So I'll let it slide, just promise me it won't happen again. Take your seats. We bowed and looked at the ground. Yes, sir. I take my seat behind Ida and slouch down. My insides tangled up again. I tugged on my blue skirt and held the tip of my fingers together. Mr. Aizawa preached his lesson plan about our upcoming projects. I zoned out, lost in my own thoughts. I couldn't help but wonder about me and Deku. Are we like a couple now? Or does he only pity me because of what happened on the island? No, I felt his affection earlier. It was different. A good different. I gotta admit we have been friends for a while and he's never hugged me like that before. Does he like me too? Or he could have just been plain worried. I have to stop with these questions. Geez. My attention gets obtained by the sound of the bell. Darn, I only got half a page written in my notebook. I hope it's enough for me to understand when I do homework. I rested my head on my desk. Someone tapped on my shoulder. Hey, are you okay? You seem bothered by something. If it's about what happened earlier, then sorry. I didn't mean to be awkward or anything. I just, missed you. I lifted my head and smiled at the sound of his voice. The messy-haired brunette boy in front of me. I missed you too, Deku. Earlier was great. I really needed that. Don't be sorry. I'm fine. It's all good.
Please.
I gave him a thumbs up. His emerald green eyes filled mine. So what's going on with you two lovebirds, huh? Kaminari announces, nudging Deku's arms as he turns red. Oh, well, nothing much. Than usual, just two best buds hanging out. Deku replied. When he said that, it really bothered me. My chest tightened and I felt a little taken back. I smile and played along anyway. Maybe he's just nervous. Deku responds with what's on the top of his mind. I shouldn't feel this way, yet I do. Yeah. That's totally it. Mineta was standing up on the desk. He shook Deku back and forth, cutting him off. I rolled my eyes and sighed. You greedy jerk. Give us details, Midoriya. I am begging you. A earphone jack come crashing into Mineta's ear. From Jiro, who happened to be behind him. He dropped on the ground. Idiot. What kind of animal are you? Like for real, not all relationships are what your mind thinks. Thanks, Jiro. We needed that. She nodded her head. We sprinted out before anyone else caught us, our hands still held together. Gosh, I didn't think this through. I like Deku and wouldn't hesitate to be with him. But, what will happen after? Are people just going to continue to make these assumptions about us?
Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, what is it you wanted you talk about earlier? My voice was dried up, his smile went away for a second. Deku reached for my hands. Taking a deep breath, almost like he was nervous or scared even. Is it me? Maybe I should. Confused, I pulled myself away. Deku lured me back to him. My head fell to his chest. His warmness brushed again my skin, giving me a feeling of comfort. He secured his gentle grip on my hands. I love the way he cares for me. Oh, I'm happy you're back and glad we're spending time together, you know, as friends. Deku's face got even redder. He was stuttered on his words like usual. Friends, right. That's what we are, my heart saying. Hoping he would have said something else. What was I thinking? He couldn't possibly feel the way I do. He sees me like a friend. Well, what else was I expecting? I released myself from his grip. I tucked a loose strand of hair. I give him a genuine smile. I'm happy we're friends too, Deku. Mr. Aizawa said there is a quiz tomorrow on Hero Basics. So I got a lot of studying to do, even though I don't get half of it anyway. I'm going to head back to the girl dorms. I gazed down and tapped my feet together. I can help you study. If you want, he offered. I waved my hands in front of my face. Great guess, we're both doing that now. I look at the ground, avoiding make eye contact. No, I don't want to distract you, and he touched the bottom of my chin, lifting up my head to meet his emerald eyes. It's fine. There is nothing else I'm doing anyway. Unless you don't want to, which is completely fine. Deku stuttered. nervously chuckling, making me laugh. Okay then, let's go. Deku lead the way and like a duck I followed. I can't help but smile. Seems like things are finally starting to brighten up then. There was this other feeling I had, that I didn't want to think about. I looked up at the greenette boy in front of me. He's saved me and I love him for that. I love him. I do. One of the many reasons is because he's selfless. He steps in even when he doesn't have to. I learned so much from him. Now I get to thank him with all I have. Deku turned the handle of the door. I hear a faint whisper in the distance. I flinched, thinking that maybe it was just my mind. We aren't done with yet.
Know that if we communicate, peace will be ours till the end. Don't fall.